I'm Amy, and this is my story. I was living with schizophrenia for the past 27 years. I do not have good control of my emotions. I get angry easily when I was younger, and it affected my marriage, my relationship with people around me, like my colleagues, my friends, and even my son. I could not control myself. I used to be very bad temper. I vent my frustration on my loved ones easily. I suffered from a failed marriage, and I do not have good relationship with my colleagues. I job hop because sometimes I got the relapse and I am not able to keep my job. It goes back to 27 years ago when I was 19. At that time, I was attending a camp in Pulau Ubin. I saw my instructor friends, my camp mates. I saw that their eyes, the colors of their eyes are different. I thought that they were crazy, and I started shouting at them. I started running around in Pulau Ubin. I would say I was not well, I was crazy at that moment. I really do not know what I am doing at that time. I was still in a hallucination. I do not know what happens to me. I lost track of time basically, and my action was quite violent during that period. I swear, I actually resort to stopping my sister from going to school because she is someone who is dear to me, and I do not want to see her leaving me for school. My elder brother had no choice but to tie me up with raffia string on the chair and restricted my movement. My mom and my sister took turns to feed me my meals, and I only know that that period was a darkness. When I was in the school, actually everything was okay at the beginning. It was only when that time it was almost like 6 p.m. The sky was dark. I was actually walking up the level 6 of the building, and actually that was a restricted area. I heard voices, and I was told by a voice to ask me to throw a big potted plant down the 6th level of that building. I do not know where does my strength came from. I picked up the potted plant and threw it down the 6th level building, and then I walked away thinking that I had fulfilled my job. It was about a while later, I realized that a car was coming up behind me. I turned and saw a police car. So in the end, the police sent me to IMH, which is the Institute of Mental Health in Singapore. When I was in the hospital, I was interviewed by a panel of doctors daily to deduce my condition. After a series of interviews, the doctor diagnosed that I was suffering from schizophrenia, and I was not able to manage my emotions totally. I lost control of myself. During my second relapse, I remember that was in the year of 2004. My dad, he actually committed suicide by jumping down the flat of our 6-story HDB flat, and I was actually devastated. I did not process my feeling trauma properly. The next year, 2004, I went to Taiwan for backpacking, and my friend came from Singapore, a girl, and when she came, I started to hear voices again. She was very scared. She was staying with me in the same hotel room, and I was actually like having a lot of hallucination. I visualized that there's a ghost in red clothes below the bed. During my second relapse, I believe that the reason why I relapsed was because I didn't process the trauma feeling from the pass on of my dad the year before, and my mom and sister sent me to IMH, so I went on with just medication and injection. Sometimes when I was down, I will cry in my room. I will cry in my sleep and feel like everything doesn't go well, and that I wish that there's someone that will listen to my story. I feel helpless. After my two relapse, I try my best to go back to the routine. I look for a job, and I have to hide the fact that I'm a patient with IMH because of the social stigma. So I managed to find jobs here and there, and things was not very good, but I managed to pass by. It's only when then I met my husband, and he was a pillar to my life. Ever since the third relapse, when I walk out of the hospital, I am determined to make that my last visit, because I feel that I have a responsibility towards my son. I do not want him to be missing my love. I do not want to be warded anymore. So that propelled me to stay focused on recovery, and I started to search for methods to help me to recover well, to heal myself internally. I learned about Chinese metaphysics, and I learned more body talks to help me to better understand myself, at the same time to better manage my emotion, because I believe that recovery is the ability to manage our emotion well. Because my mom is gone now, sometimes I will think about her at night. I miss her, yeah. But I know that I need to be strong. I know that now she's gone, I'll be on my own. But I believe that recovery is possible, and that for people out there who is struggling, to seek early treatment, and not to prevent yourself from the chance of recovery due to social stigma. My son is one of my stronger pillars, and I hope that I can give him a good life, and I hope that I can pay it forward to help other people who are vulnerable or who are not able to identify what they need for now. I do the best of what I can to do, but main thing first is to take care of myself, be kind to myself, and to take care of my son.